Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Astrological Intentions. I'm your host, Alex Reevy, along with the chilly cheetah herself, Sandy Reevy.
Got it.
It is episode 387, the week of December 22nd. Let's get right into it. In the transits, we start off with Sandy's Astro Interesting Day, Tuesday, December 23rd, Venus square Neptune.
No blame game.
And Wednesday, December 24th, Venus ingress Capricorn.
She can work here.
And in Talisman times, we have a special Venus star point in Capricorn Talisman. And on the horizon are Egypt retreat, September 13th through the 29th. And in our house, Sandy and I are going to share our holiday plans on the horizon and our favorite traditions. Stay tuned for this episode of Astrological Intentions.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one, you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river. Wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you does...
Hello, chilly cheetah.
Now, that's a little crazy. Yeah. No, I guess we'll explain that later. I was gifted
I think
a
later.
cheetah rabbit.
Well, no, a fur coat.
A fur coat.
Which is pretty spectacular. And this is after we were going out to dinner and you literally brought a small little
I wore it.
Fleece.
Didn't just bring it.
Okay, right.
I wore it.
But that was your coat. And I was just like, where do you think you live? In Miami? Because this is the tundra. This is Chicago, Illinois, and it is below zero. I mean, it's below freezing for sure. It was like 9 degrees, 10 degrees that night. And here you are like walking out in this fleece. And then the next day we go to a meeting and you're gifted from a good friend and colleague a fur coat. And I was just like, this really could not be more perfect. Could not be more perfect. But I'm pretty sure it's like a dyed fur, but it has like this really cool animal print on it.
And they call it the Leo.
Mm-hmm. Which is, again, even more perfect. Like, you can't make that up. Like, that is just really wonderful. And if you needed one Christmas present this year, after walking to dinner that one night, yeah, I think that was it.
And a lot of my coats are packed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Yeah,
and that makes sense.
The reason why.
Doesn't make sense that is your coat that isn't packed.
Mm-hmm.
Considering the weather. But anyway.
Anyway, it does look like a cheetah.
Mm-hmm. And so you're the chilly cheetah now. At least for this week. So let's move into the transits where we start off the week with Tuesday, December 23rd, which is your Astro Interesting Day. Venus square Neptune.
So Venus, this is at 29 degrees because we know that Neptune is at the very last degree of the very last zodiac sign of the zodiac year, which is the 29 Pisces. So no one knows that better than me. My son is at 29 Pisces.
Right. So give us the rundown here.
So Neptune's been sitting there for about a year plus, and now it's finishing up. So Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces. It's the trident, the stir of the water. Mm-hmm. And Venus is the exalted planet that exalts in Pisces. So, but she's looking at Neptune in Pisces from a square from Sagittarius. Mm. So it's a square. Now, there's no blame game. Probably no one's fault. Understandings or expectations might go sour on this day. Change is promised, not just today. Mm-hmm. When we think about change, we think about the 29. It's an anaretic degree. It means there's something ending. That means something is changing. And so that is the Venus. Venus can be, love, connections, values, harmony. And it just says... and I called it the Astro Interesting because this is the last time Venus will square or make any aspect to Neptune while she's in this looking at her exalted position. Mm-hmm. So very interesting that this is the last time in our lives.
Okay.
So this Tuesday, 23rd.
Take responsibility for yourselves.
But maybe make no hard stop commitments on this day that you may not be able to connect to. Okay. Somebody might have heard it differently because it is Neptune. Mm-hmm. So it may not stick.
Okay.
Like the spaghetti is not sticking on the wall.
Okay, good. All right, so we have the next transit, which is Wednesday, December 24th, Christmas Eve, Venus ingress Capricorn.
Yeah, and this is, at 10:30 in the morning, but she can work here. She can do what
she can get to work.
She can get to work here.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be here for about 3 to 4 weeks. She is the triplicity ruler in day charts. So for you and I that are day charts, authority in groups and harmonious within the tribe. Mm-hmm. And so that feels really good while everybody is heading home for the holidays, right? And for me, who is not going home for the holidays, is what I know I'll hear from my friend Sam, my Egyptian friend Sam in Egypt. He will mm-hmm. say as soon as he sees me he'll say, "Welcome home."
Oh, cool.
Because, we've all started most probably in Egypt, mm-hmm. right? So this is, Christmas Eve day, like you said, and she can be the authority in the group. She can give leadership priority, and she'd be in harmony with her tribe, which, mm-hmm. Whether you're in family or just in a group like I will be, we can be in harmony. Everything can work well.
All righty. And that
wraps.
Concluding our week. Wow. It looks like we really do have a holiday break. So, all right, let's, just as a quick reminder, remember you can follow along with these transits personally. You can either download the astrology guide, download your own personal natal chart by putting in your birth date, time, location, and or you give those information data points to Sandy and she gives you a reading. So I'm going to include all those links here in the show notes, and let's move into talisman times, where we have a very special talisman we want to share with you, mm-hmm. which is the Venus star point in Capricorn. So the Venus star point it's this astrological phenomenon that happens when Venus meets up with
the sun. And it's literally when we talk about this happens every 9 in a couple of weeks, every 9 months and mm-hmm. a couple of weeks, where she and the sun are intertwined. Ariel Gutman, through the Venus Star Point group, which I have been certified, mm-hmm. And have run several retreats about the Venus Star Point. And we get one every 9-ish months, which is the whole idea of the gestational period of what mm-hmm. you're birthing.
Right.
So when we get this on January 6th, it's at 16 degrees of Capricorn. Mm-hmm. And so we're touching base with the Capricorn Venus Star Point, because there's only 5 of them. Mm-hmm. And they move about 0 to 2 degrees backwards every time they hit their respective point, one of the 5 points. And so this one's coming from the Aries point of initiation, of starting. Mm-hmm. And now we go into the Capricorn, which is more about grounding. And I have come up with the intention. I set the intention for this charm. I'll be making the bead. I'll be in Egypt running this is a surprise for the Egyptian attendees for this retreat that I'm going on. I'm not running it, but I am running this talisman time. Mm. It'll be 6:36 p.m. in Egypt. We'll be in Luxor. And it'll be 10:36 a.m. here
Central
in Chicago time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that'll be the exact moment where the sun and Venus, and she's not retrograde, she's direct, so she's going on the outer banks of the stars. Mm-hmm. And she is calling in, she is going into the fire. She is going into the hot sun. So she is going from a morning star to an evening star now. And so I've written this intention based on Venus, Aphrodite, the sun, and Capricorn. And it's to commit to building a life of lasting value, love, and integrity. And integrity is a really important word that I put in there when I was molding this and imagining this. And, integrity is being a person of your word,
right?
Or my definition of it. And so it says, making promises that are grounded, that you consider important and regal, maybe, right? That I say I'm going to do this, and I do this. And I just think that's really important for whatever we say to ourselves, whatever we say to our loved ones, whatever we say, because we always need to grow. And we have to stretch, we have to reach. And Capricorn is the sea goat, right? It's the sea goat from the water that comes up and climbs a straight up mountain. And we saw them in Amargos Island in Greece, right? It was like, what? They can stand right there, the Capricorn goats. So the affirmation, and when you get to the website, there's several.
There's affirmation examples.
Yeah, and you can make your own up, and you can read some of. You can pick one of those, but I have to know that, right?
Right. Which one?
Purchase.
Right.
Yeah.
So after you purchase, you'll email Sandy at intentionbeats.com to share with her your affirmation. So it could be one of these 3, 4, and I'll read those off.
Or you can make your own.
You write your own. It could be based on these, but really it's an empty canvas. So you can create it however you want. So the first example, with the steady wisdom of Capricorn, I refine my desires and choose only what aligns with my highest standards. And those high standards that's a Capricorn right there.
It's an achievement.
Right. I welcome relationships, opportunities, and resources that are stable, grounded, and worthy of my time and heart. And I really like the balance of that Venus Capricorn energy, or the Sun Venus Capricorn energy. Because it is about that, like, that giving, that femininity of love and devotion, but it's also about having it being stable and grounded and worthy. And so the third, I honor my worth through structure, discipline, and devotion to what truly matters. And the last one, what I build now becomes a legacy of love.
And don't forget that we talked about, on Wednesday the 24th, we just talked about Venus going into Capricorn, where she will meet up with the sun, because the sun moves into Capricorn on the, on the winter solstice. But remember, she's in good position here, right? So she can be this authority in the group. She can be in harmony with her tribe. She has a placement. She can assist. So, I really like this, to commit. That is making a promise to building. This is a Capricorn word, step by step, brick by brick, a life of lasting. Another Capricorn Saturnian word about working for the long road,
and
not
have it be
short
durable.
not short little pulses of easy
flippancy, right?
Of ease or jerry rigging something, doing it the right way one time,
right?
Yeah.
All right. So yes, you can reserve your talisman. I'll include the link in the show notes. We would love for you to join, because this talisman is going to be made in Egypt.
Yeah, that's
while all of this is happening.
Yeah, while the Venus star point is, and then when I get back from Egypt, then they'll be on your way to you in your mailbox.
Yes. Next up on the horizon, we have the Egypt retreat coming up in 2026 in September. So Again, you can sign up early, or if you want more information, just stay a little bit more patient. That will be coming in January. In our house, we have holiday plans, of course, as do many of us, and they're quickly approaching on the horizon. So I wanted to, I guess, just share like what we're doing. I mean, we know what you're doing. You're going to be in Egypt, but I'm curious what you're going to be doing on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. And then what are some of your favorite traditions that you've experienced that maybe are so ingrained that it doesn't even necessarily feel like a tradition? But what is there a tradition that you remember from either childhood or adulthood that you've built?
There are many of them, and of course they're different when you and Andrew were little kids, right? It was funny because we would celebrate Christmas not on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know,
right?
So that we could have our own Christmas activity in the house, and then before we went to Cincinnati on the 23rd,
right,
to do all the Christmasing there. But maybe it's the Spritz cookies. Maybe you're thinking of that.
That was actually going to be mine, but I'm gonna go down my list from there.
But just really being together, and what I love doing, and I'm going to miss that this year, is preparing a game. Preparing that entertainment or the activity that everyone gets together, and sometimes we take a game that we know, or
one year it was a murder mystery. It was called like Who Stole the Silver Bells or something like that.
And or we sometimes make them up. Mm-hmm. Right, we sometimes make them up.
Oh yeah.
But somebody just asked, one of my brother actually said, when are we going to play the reindeer? Reindeer tank.
Man, it's such a good one. That was so funny.
We'll have to bring that back next year when I'm back in the country.
Yeah, and let me explain it real quick, because reindeer tank was like a little brainchild of yours, because we were watching Shark Tank, and all these people come on the show and they're trying to promote their sometimes very strange items, right? It's like kind of like the CVS invention. Right? So we put Grandma and Grandpa, aka Mimi and Poppy, and they were the investors. Mm-hmm. So all of us there was like a big pile of trash bags. Like black trash bags.
You couldn't see it with a number on them.
Yeah. And so you picked a number. You had to go and find your trash bag. You would bring it into the...
One person at a time.
Right. You would, because you're presenting. So then you have, like, I think 60 seconds.
I think we did 3 minutes for them to open up the bag and come up with a spiel.
Okay. And so it was very limited, but they would get these items that were just completely pointless and useless. Like one was just like a wedge, and it wasn't even like a door wedge. It was a cardboard, weird spray painted thing. Like, what are you going to sell that? How are you going to sell that? Another one was a foot
display.
Right, a foot display. That was the one I got. Plus a little like string. So the fact that you need to like think on your toes and hurry up and give this like really exciting pitch, and you have to bring the energy and the salesy attitude
and the price point,
right,
and who your customer is,
and so you would present this product as like, this is the most amazing invention. And so that's how we created the reindeer tank, which was so much fun. And yeah, that I would highly recommend it. Just find like the stuff big and small around your house that has no point.
You know how this came about? We were moving out of our brick and mortar studio, and we had all these things in the basement
that we were just going to throw away.
Like these two really cool looking knobs, right? For a drawer. It's like, what are these for? You hate to throw them away, but like they're really cool looking. And so we're like, and we started finding all these things that we just put in a big black grocery bag or garbage bag, and we brought probably 30 of these bags down, and you know, we picked a card. We handed out cards, playing cards, and if you picked a 9, you got bag number 9, right?
Oh, and I think we even had like a ton of, I think we had like, I mean, in our family, it was like upwards of 20 something little trinkets. So anyway, it was absolutely a blast. So what are you going to be doing for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? Do you know like what's on the itinerary?
Well, I know Christmas Day I'll be heading out. I've got a ride to the airport. And actually, one of the things I was doing right before we started is I've got 3 legs to Egypt, to Cairo. And so I'm making sure that these places, I go into Toronto, then I go to London, and then I go to Cairo, that each of these places has an opened lounge.
Right.
In the airport so that I can hang out there on Christmas. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. And it's also, I feel like
I'm looking for Santa Claus in the sky.
Yes, please do. Okay, well, I guess I'll ask myself those same questions. So the plans on the horizon for Christmas are me and my fiance are going to be driving to Ohio, and this is going to be his first time coming with me to my Christmas events, which I'm really excited. And that's why I'm kind of thinking about this, like, oh, well, how is it going to look? Because he's never experienced our traditions. And so I was just wondering, like, we do have a lot of traditions. Like we sing Christmas carols, and one in particular is the 12 Days of Christmas. And we all have these are from the original, like from when we were kids, it would be like me and my cousin Gabriel, and we would be the three French hens. Yeah. And so we would, create our little choreography.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank myself. And, but yeah, you stand up and we all sing this song together as a family, and it's silly and it's funny. But we do it every single year. Yeah. Right. And
but before we do
a procession.
We do the procession of baby Jesus.
And the youngest gets to, the youngest walking, or the youngest able is able to hold baby
Which
Jesus.
Which will be Wyatt this year.
Do you think he can walk and carry a little figurine that could break?
Well, the last one, when we put Gus, we put that in one of those tyke wheelbarrows.
Yeah, you're right. It was. It was like
he dumped it on
radio rider wagon.
Wheelbarrow.
Oh, it was a wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I was in charge of that. It was my idea. Have fun without my ideas, by the way.
Yeah, I'll just have to step up to the plate, I guess. So yeah, those are just some of our traditions, and they are silly and goofy, and other ones are very sacred and special. And yes, the Spritz cookies, you and I used to make them. We should bring that back because it's delicious. It's my favorite Christmas cookie. So anyway, that is our holiday plans and favorite traditions. Of course, let us know yours, alex@intentionbeads.com. Thank you, everybody, for listening in today, and we will talk to you all soon next week. Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one, you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river. Wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you, the story of you. The story of you, the story.